Hello everybody, today I would like to share with you my homemade recipe for lentils. This is a lentil soup. You can either eat it with some tostadas or garlic bread, or you can pour them over rice or quinoa. Now let's get started. Over here I am peeling the garlic. I used about three, maybe four garlic cloves. I used two big ones and two small ones. Make sure they're nicely peeled and they're washed. I used about half of a red bell pepper. I diced it very like little square tips. And then I used half of a green bell pepper. I diced it the same way that I diced the red bell pepper in small square shapes. And I used about half of a onion, and I diced it the same way that I diced the bell peppers, as you can see. In the meantime, while I'm dicing all this, I made sure that my lentils were washed and that they were soaking in water. I like to soak the lentils for about 5 to 10 minutes. And then I just added everything into the pot where I was going to cook the lentils. I used about 2 slices of green onions. If you do have some fresh cilantro, I totally recommend that you add it. I didn't use any because I ran out and I just couldn't go to the store. I used my garlic presser to press the 4 cloves of garlic. I mixed and I took it to the stove. I added about a tablespoon of olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, and then I let it saute. I make sure that the heat was set at high heat, and then I cover and let it cook until the veggies were soft and the onions were translucent. Then I added the rinsed and drained lentils. I like to mix the lentils with the veggies and saute for a little bit before adding the broth. Then I added about a teaspoon of real salt. I use Redmond real salt. If you have not tried it, I totally recommend it. It is a mineral salt. I added a 1/3 of cumin and about a teaspoon of cilantro, dry cilantro. I mixed, and then I added my Pacific chicken broth, organic. I like to use this one. If not, I use the Aldi brand, just as long as it's organic. I prefer to go with organic. Then I added about 4 cups of water. Mix. I added about a teaspoon of paprika. I love it because of the taste and the color. I checked one more time for salt, and I thought I needed a little more, so I added about a half of a teaspoon. And then I just mix as it's cooking, and just make sure that you set it at a medium heat while it's cooking. Let it boil and just check and mix. If you see that they are tender, then that means they're ready, and you can turn it off. It takes about 30 minutes to cook the lentils at home. This is a very simple, easy recipe to do at home. It takes you about 30 minutes to cook, if not less. Make sure that you comment where you're watching from. How do you make your lentils? Share with me any tips and ideas. And if you like this recipe, make sure that you subscribed because I have more coming your way.